Where it's the infrastructure.
Cannot find it.
The skills. Let's sort of work. That's the right question, yes. It's, or, was there a new definition of higher? It's high education, but not higher. It's a finishing. It's essentially been high school. Yeah, that's graduate school.
Do you know Michael Reed? Do you know Michael Reed?
So there's not.
I got you.
Got you something.
The Manny Mo and Jack, like with the sons of Manny Mo. Like the seat, to sit in it right by the door and I had coming.
Great to be back in this room.
Hey, how you doing? We're looking for a long.
See you again. We're in person this time. Yes, indeed. Again, too. Is alphabetical?
Bob.
It used to be in the old days.
Actually,
It's
yeah.
And then it's like
Put your name.
P, or yes,
not
instead of Ross. I don't. And then they.
All right, well, I'll find it.
And he would say. So I found it, but I can't.
Anyway. Ian, how you doing?
It's actually correct.
I'll wait for you.
I
Okay, here.
came. Wow, can you believe that? I can't believe that sign is up there and like. it's-
Oh, I'm not.
But no clue.
What about?
They did not. That was my chance.
Again, it was an important earning step, psychologically, and I think yes, for a good reputation. Yes, so look, you can. What you want is only into it. You don't want to find out at the end and then come up with the rationale after the. Right, we want to do it with malice and forethought. Yeah.
On them as well.
University, the role of higher education, but.
I see.
Pressure on kids to go to. Is it,
Solid from the other side. I'll find it.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
All right.
statistics?
Yeah,
That's right, the answer.
I totally agree with your comment.
Which was?
Well, hearing more about how things work.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, how do you make this?
There are no facts. There are, well, there's reality and alternate reality.
friend of mine, he likes.
We are in public session, Temple University's board meeting, February 19th. My name is Mitchell Morgan. We are now in session. And I'm going to turn this over to our president, John Fry.
Mitch, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for being here today. So I would first like to take a moment to recognize Sergeant Christopher Fitzgerald, who was murdered 2 years ago yesterday while serving and protecting his community. Sergeant Fitzgerald was a true hero in every sense of the word, and his service and his sacrifice will never be forgotten. His memory and his commitment to both Temple and North Philadelphia communities will continue to forever inspire and guide us. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the recent tragic loss of 3 Temple students: Chase Miles, Klein College of Media and Communication; Tyler Savapathy, College of Public Health; Larissa Vasconcelos, College of Public Health. The Temple community grieves for these students' families, friends, and loved ones. I ask that you please join me in a moment of silence as we recognize and remember both Sergeant Fitzgerald and these 3 Temple students. Thank you. I have now had the incredible honor of serving as Temple University's 15th president for nearly 4 months. And it has been a busy and productive, and for me, joyful time. I have visited all of Temple's 17 schools and colleges and met with students, faculty, staff, and alumni across the university. I continue to be inspired by everyone's commitment to this great university and to its mission. Last month, Temple University Japan officially opened a new satellite location in Kyoto. I was so impressed with the Temple Japan community and everyone I was able to meet during my trip to Kyoto for this very special occasion. TUJ is the oldest and largest American university in Japan, and it is thriving as it sets a new enrollment record on almost a yearly basis. TUJ Kyoto will help foster future growth for Temple in Japan, as the new location will serve prospective and current students alike. Just as importantly, it will allow us to expand study abroad opportunities for students here on our main campus. It's the latest example of how Temple offers our students a gateway to the world. I want to take a moment to address one of the most pressing topics that has emerged in recent weeks. The transition to a new administration in Washington has brought with it an influx of executive orders and administrative actions that have created questions and uncertainties. This will no doubt have a major impact on our university. Over the weekend, the Department of Education released a Dear Colleague letter on the non-discrimination obligations of schools and other institutions that receive federal funding. Temple is carefully reviewing this guidance and taking extra care to confirm that our policies and practices are in compliance with applicable law. I want to reiterate what I shared in a message to the Temple community earlier this month. Temple's mission of access, opportunity, engagement, and discovery will not change. Temple takes pride in providing a welcoming environment for all students, faculty, and staff, regardless of their race, nationality, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or identity. That too will not change. This is who we are, and this is what we stand for. In light of the directives and guidance from the federal government, the university has brought together internal and independent external resources to ensure that our policies and practices align with all legal requirements while staying true to our mission and to our values. This work is ongoing and will continue to evolve as new guidance emerges. These are deeply challenging times, but I have learned that the Temple community is at its best when it comes together. That is what I ask that we continue to do in the weeks and months to come. Work together to navigate these changes. Since I started this job, you've heard me speak about some of our early priorities as a university, which include campus and neighborhood safety, building back enrollment, investing in our academics, research, and people, spurring a health and technology innovation corridor, and planning for a comprehensive campaign that will culminate with the celebration of Temple's 150th anniversary. I want to take a moment to provide some updates. First, on campus and neighborhood safety, I shared that it was imperative that our Department of Public Safety is resourced for success. To ensure that this is the case, I have commissioned an independent staffing study, and this work is underway. I look forward to sharing the results from this study later in the spring. Our police department is the cornerstone of our commitment to keeping our campus and our neighborhoods safe, and we will fulfill that commitment. But it cannot be just about policing. We are also committed to working with our neighbors to help build a strong and successful community, starting with a holistic approach to how we build campus and neighborhood safety. As I have shared, we are reimagining how we think about community impact and civic engagement in an effort to make sure that our efforts have the greatest impact. We need to leverage the university's economic strength and other resources to support and advance the well-being of North Philadelphia families at every life stage. And just this month, there was a great example of what we can do when we want to set out to accomplish this. United Concordia Dental donated $100,000 to support the Children's Dental Clinic at the William D. Kelly School, which is operated by our Maurice H. Kornberg School of Dentistry. The clinic services are available to North Philadelphia young people through age 16, as well as children with special healthcare needs. And most importantly, all patients receive care regardless of their insurance status. This is the type of work that can be so impactful and is the type of work that we need to prioritize going forward. Thank you to Dean Ahmed Ishmael and our colleagues from the Kornberg School. Our community gateway also continues to make a positive impact. The gateway serves as a one-stop shop where members of our community can receive guidance and assistance in connecting to the wide variety of resources and services available through Temple, as well as our community and government partners. In the 10 months since the gateway launched, the team there has personally served more than 2,500 individuals, many of whom have sought and have been connected to Temple programs and services. On to enrollment. While overall enrollment at the university is still down year over year, there are many reasons for us to be optimistic. As you know, we had a strong first-year enrollment this past fall. We are also seeing positive indicators regarding the incoming class of 2029 as well. It's always gratifying to see strong interest in a Temple education from prospective students, and it validates what we already know. This is an institution that transforms lives. But it is important that we support these students once they are here and set them on a path to success. We have prioritized this need by launching the new Direct to You One-Stop Service Student Services Center. I think we have to figure out a simpler way for ending that. That offers proactive support that breaks down frustrating barriers to student success, such as academic bureaucracy, financial holds, and social isolation. Third, academics, research, and people. Last week, the Carnegie Foundation released its 2025 research activity designations, and Temple, once again, received the highest designation, R1, very high research spending and doctoral production. Temple is one of only 7 Pennsylvania public or private universities that have received this designation. Our Carnegie status is a testament to the excellence of our faculty and the superb support they receive from our staff. It is an accomplishment that the entire Temple community can take great pride in. We have also begun work on a refresh of our 2022 strategic plan. The current plan provides a strong foundation, but now is the right time to revisit and evolve the plan with additional input from all stakeholders, students, faculty, alumni, staff, neighbors, and the Board of Trustees alike. As part of this refresh, we are already reviewing proposals that will help enhance the general education program. Investing in our people also means investing in their well-being. As you may have seen this month, Temple became the first higher education institution in Pennsylvania to offer Calm Health free of charge to employees and their families. I encourage all of our faculty and staff members to take advantage of the many resources that this popular mental health app provides. We are two of the most important anchor institutions in the city. It is my hope that these two entities can together leverage their collective power as a force multiplier to spur a health and technology innovation corridor on Broad Street that is bounded by Temple's main campus and the Health Sciences Center, and eventually to the south to Terra Hall. As part of this corridor will be our new home for our Klein College of Media and Communication and the Center for Performing and Cinematic Arts, which will begin construction on later this spring. As you know, Temple recently purchased Terra Hall, the former main academic building for the University of the Arts. We were even able to have Temple flags and a banner installed ahead of last week's parade honoring the world champion Eagles. On a day that was a momentous occasion, eventually become the new home of our Center City campus and the anchor university for Center City. Finally, philanthropy. One of our most consequential opportunities moving forward will be philanthropy, and just a decade away from Temple's 150th anniversary. This is an optimal time to lay the groundwork for what will be a comprehensive fundraising campaign. And I am eager to further our engagement with alumni and friends in meaningful ways as we collectively work together to lift up, invest in, and celebrate this extraordinary, life-changing institution. I've had the opportunity to meet many of our alumni and friends, and I'm very optimistic about our potential to succeed. In closing, my wife Karen and I would like to thank our trustees, as well as students, faculty, staff, alumni, have been wonderful. And I am eager to continue working alongside of you in support of our university in the years to come. Thank you all.
Thank you, President Fry. Moving on to the approvals. I have a motion to approve the October 8th minutes.
I'll move.
I have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving to Governance and Nominating Committee, Trustee Greenberg.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I have 3 items to bring before the board today. The first is a resolution in memoriam of Trustee Sandra Harmon Weiss. As many of you know, Sandy passed away in January of this year. And Sandy was not only an engaging, optimistic, and caring person, but also a big contributor to Temple University. She served on the board of the university, many committees of the board, and as well at the health system, where she was chair of Temple University Hospital and vice chair of the health system. So on the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, I'll present a resolution in memoriam of Dr. Sandra Harmon Weiss as described in Agenda Reference 2, and I so move.
Second.
Having a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'd like to take a moment of silence for Trustee Sandy Weiss. She was a friend, a great colleague, a great trustee, and we will all miss her. Okay, moving on to number 2.
I've got 2. Yeah, I've got 2 others, and they both relate to re-election of trustees to the boards, and in one case, a new election of a trustee to the board. The first is Brett Perkins, and we've received notice that Brett Perkins has been reappointed to the Board of Trustees of the university. And the Governance and Nominating Committee recommends that the Board of Trustees confirm the appointment of Brett Perkins for a 4-year term effective immediately and continuing through October 28th, and I so move.
Second. Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
And
And
Michael,
Brett
let
will-
the record know that
Brett is gonna-
Brett is here and he's not voting.
So noted.
Yep. Okay. And lastly, I have another recommendation for election to the board. And that is the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, elect Leslie Ann Miller to the Board of Trustees of Temple University, effective immediately, with a term ending on the date of the annual meeting of the board, October 2027, I believe, as described in Agenda Reference 4.
Correct.
Second. And I so move. Yeah.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Leslie Ann Miller is a alum. She is a great civic leader. She was the chair of the Philadelphia Art Museums Board, and we are thrilled to have her join our board.
That completes my report.
Thank you. Moving to academic affairs, trustee Scacchetti.
Yes, thank you. We have two recommendations. The first is that the Board of Trustees, upon recommendation of the Academic Affairs, Student Success and Diversity Committee and the President, pursuant to the procedures outlined in Temple University's Faculty Handbook and the collective bargaining agreement between Temple University of the Commonwealth of granting faculty tenure, recommend that the Board of Trustees grant tenure to the faculty on the list on file in the office of the provost. I so move.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And the second deals with academic program action, that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Academic Affairs, Student Success and Diversity Committee, authorize the officers to implement the academic program actions that are described in Agenda Reference 6. I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving to finance and investments, trustee Cardino.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also have two recommendations. One is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officers to proceed with the Regional Medical School Academic Affiliation Agreement with WellSpan as described in Agenda Reference 7. I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No, I'm opposed.
One. Okay, motion carries.
Thank you. I also recommend that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officer to proceed with the acquisition of 1535-37 North Carlisle Street at a cost not to exceed $2,095,300, with the funding and financing source being the University Reserve Fund as described in Agenda Reference 8. I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
One
Thank you,
opposed?
Mr. Chairman.
Motion
That
carries.
concludes my remarks.
Thank you. Moving to reports for the standing committees.
Mr. Chairman, the reports of the standing committees that met during this period, including the health system, can be found at tabs 9 to 14 in the meeting binder.
Thank you. Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I bring one recommendation to the committee. Recommendation that the investment reports for the 3 months ended September 30, 2024 be received. Said reports be included and identified in Agenda Reference 15.
I move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That
Thank-
concludes my report.
Secretary's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees approve the degrees in course dated on or about May 7th, 2025 to candidates approved by the appropriate academic committees of the faculty, and further the degrees for the students of the schools of dentistry, law, medicine, pharmacy, and podiatric medicine who regularly complete their studies in May shall be dated May 5th, 2025 for podiatric medicine, May 7th, 2025 for dentistry and pharmacy, May 9th, 2025 for medicine, and May 22nd, 2025 for law.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving to the guest speakers. Shoray, my friend, someone I've enjoyed working with, someone that helped extensively for the search of our new president. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, good evening. I don't know, we're getting to the evening, but good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to mention that starting November of 2024, there has been a positive vibe at Temple, and it is continuing on. And I'm not going to mention why, but it has something to do with our new president. President Fry met with faculty at one of our representative faculty senate meetings and later with faculty senate steering committee and discussed the establishment of an RCM review committee, which is really important to the faculty. And everybody on that committee was really excited how quickly this committee was formed, and they are very, very impressed. And also, he has also put a committee task to identify vice president for government and community. We have had several faculty-led forums this year, which was based on the suggestions of the faculty and from all schools and colleges. We have two coming up. One focused on the role of AI in research and teaching, which we have invited people from CAT, Center for Advancement of Teaching, and we have invited the Dean of Libraries, Joe Lucia, who's very much interested in doing research in artificial intelligence. And we have also invited a faculty member in computer information sciences who has been working on AI on his own research. And this is very important, and a lot of people are going to look forward to that forum. In the past, the faculty were not excited about the fact that we have just guests that are talking at them. Now that has changed. This is really a nice dialogue. Our faculty express their concerns and they discuss it, and everybody is really in good spirit. And I'm really happy that we have not had any problems. The other issue that we are going to also tackle before the end of the semester is International Committee of Faculty Senate would join us for another forum to basically talk about the new rules, immigration rules and regulations as it comes to our students, because that's going to be a very important issue to faculty. So everything is going nicely, everything is going smoothly. We are going to have another session that I have requested Jennifer Griffin to join, because again, the security is of utmost importance and interest. So she also is going to be joining us later in February. So we're going to have a packed, set of meetings, both representative faculty as well as for the full faculty, for Faculty Senate University. And I appreciate that I am part of this now. And thanks to Lon and Chair Morgan, I hope that the faculty we can have more faculty that basically contribute, because some of us have expertise that hopefully we can help with some of the academic and research issues.
Thank you. And as you know, the faculty is the heart and soul of this university. And it was, when we were on our listening tour, before we started our presidential search, the faculty was very helpful in giving us tremendous insights of the type of leader we were looking for. So thank you. Thank you for your involvement. Any old or new business? I'd just like to recognize the wonderful picture of Joanne Epps. I miss her every day. It's a great picture, and it makes me feel comfortable that I can walk in here and see my old friend. and think of all the good times we had together.
Chairman, that student,
He's not here.
Student's not with us.
oh, he's not with us?
But you could be you could be the student president, Michael.
All
if you'd
right.
like to.
I think I turned out in 1969.
So if there's not any old or new business, I'll motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you, everyone.